thousands and thousands of people showed up to protest Donald Trump, showed up to protest DOGE, showed up to protest immigration, a whole list of things. And in some cases, some of the ones interviewed, they didn't know what they were protesting. They were just there, marching around with signs, anti-Trump signs. They don't know what's wrong. They just sense something's wrong. We're going to jump into that too. And more wasteful spending being uncovered by DOGE. This time, federal workers who are responsible for delivering benefits to veterans spent over 87,000 hours, man hours, and $3.3 million in order to renegotiate their union benefits. So rather than processing the benefits to the veterans whom they were there to serve, they're concerned about their union contract. So they're spending hours and hours and hours with us paying them to do this to renegotiate that union contract. We're going to jump into that as well. These protests, did you happen to catch any of them? Was there a protest in your hometown? We saw some in upstate South Carolina where I live. Not as big as some of the bigger blue cities like New York City, Chicago. One particular protester, though, her name is Grisha Martinez Rosas. She's become a national immigration activist, and she's been out there for years, evidently. First time I'd ever heard of her. She, this was at a hands-off rally. That's what they were called, hands-off rally. She declared Saturday, and I'm quoting, "I am an immigrant. I am undocumented. I'm unafraid. I'm queer and unashamed." In cut number 12, here's Miss Rosa.
My name is Gracia Martinez Rosas. I am an immigrant. I am undocumented, unafraid, queer, and unashamed.
Wow. Now, the response that this young lady received on social media was, all right, she just announced to the world that she's undocumented. So why not make a quick call? Why not send this video to Tom Homan and his buddies at ICE and pick her up? Ship her out. One post on X, deport her now. Another wrote, lock her up now. Several people sought to notify ICE, saying that she's right there in front of us. She's announcing this to the world. This video has received over 1 million views. So it's out there now. She can't hide. Should ICE pay her a visit? Now, that's going to make the left stand on their heads if this young lady is picked up and deported. But should she be? I mean, she's leading this rally and very, very outspoken that she's undocumented. She's kind of daring the Trump administration to do something about it, right? One X user wrote, the only thing she didn't tell ICE is her home address. I'm confident they can look that up. Another said, I guess we'll see her arrested later this week. Thanks for coming forward to let ICE know where you are. The problem is she probably won't be. The left will protect her. Now, Tom Homan may not care. Tom Homan may have her picked up. What do you think? 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Is Homan and ICE just asking for trouble, picking up someone outspoken like this lady? Rosa's statements were made at this rally. It was attended an estimated tens of thousands in the nation's capital. This was in Washington on Saturday. Representative Jamie Raskin, the Democrat minority leader, was there as well speaking. These protests were held at primarily larger cities, but again, there were 1,200 supposedly, so they came to a city near you most likely. But that's That's how they operate. And if she is picked up, they'll complain that it's unfair, that she was targeted because she was at this anti-Trump rally, when it has nothing to do with her being anti-Trump. Honestly, I don't care how she feels about Trump. She doesn't get a say in how she feels about Trump. She can talk about it. She doesn't get to vote. Should Miss Rosa be picked up? Send me a quick text on the MyPillow text line, 800-655-6453. You can give me a quick call too. We'll talk about this. And again, the markets are open. We're going to be watching that all morning to see if, in fact, this so-called Black Monday that some of the analysts have predicted for today. Let's hope they're wrong. It's almost like they want to be right, though. I mean, who in their right mind wants to wish this type of news on so many financial investors around the country? But it's like they're just giddy that it might happen so they can tell Trump, I told you so. Joey Hudson in for Mike on his birthday. Mike will be taking the week off. I'll be sitting in with you, spending some time with you. 800-655-6453 is how you join the conversation. You can text me. You can call. You can email me directly, joey@joeyhudson.com. Regardless of how you contact me, I do hope you'll join the conversation. We have a lot to cover today. A lot of breaking news. The stock market's opened in a decline this morning, which has the left panicking again. We're going to get into that in just a moment. And of course, all across the nation this past weekend, we saw protest of Donald Trump. It was called the hands-off protest. Many of you are texting me and emailing me comments about this. Did you see one in your city? And you watch some of these. I watched some of the videos of the interviews, just sort of man on the street type interviews from local media sources. And it was interesting to see some of these people. Some were wearing masks. I don't know what the purpose of that is. Some were carrying signs around that they didn't completely understand what the signs said. They had to literally pull out a sheet of paper to read to you what the sign meant. Some were just very clear. They hate President Donald Trump. Anything he does has to be bad. And these are the times that we live in. Now, most of the big ones where you had literally thousands and thousands, like in New York, you saw it in Chicago, in Washington, a lot of the blue cities. But we had one in upstate South Carolina. Wasn't a big crowd, but they turned out. Let's go to the phones. Let's start with Robert in Houston, Texas. Robert, you're on the Mike Gallagher Show.
Good day, Joey. I just want to give my opinion on this lady that you said that she announced to everybody that she's undocumented.
Yes.
I think the government should definitely pick her up. I think that once they get all the criminals out of our country, the real bad ones, they do need to deport everybody that came in here illegally, because they are working havoc on our social systems, on our hospitals, on our school system. They don't belong here. They broke the law. They are criminals, even though they may be good people. Like Rush Limbaugh used to say, the Democrat Party wants the underclass over here because they want to remain in power forever.
Yep.
And they don't accept my president. I'm a Donald Trump supporter and a loyalist, and I am a patriot. I love our country, and I know exactly what's going on because I'm 77 years old, and I've been through a lot of presidents, but under Donald Trump in 2016, I became a mega Republican. I was a Democrat before. But you know what? These people are out of their mind.
Yes, they are, Robert. And look, this is what the left wants. They want these people out on the streets like she was. I agree with you. I think ICE should pay her a visit right away. I'm Joey Hudson, in for Mike.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.